Okay, moving along, in this video we're starting at number 19 for 2-1. We have two people, Derek and Sam. They are 5 feet 10 inches tall. They are each the same height, and they are each looking at the same 10-foot tall basketball hoop. One of them is angle of elevation of 29 and one is 43, so that's their difference. In this picture, I've got person 1, here's 43 degrees. The person standing closer has to look up taller, so that's their 43. The person further away is the 29. So the 43, 29 are set. One thing I will caution you of is people have been asking me about how do we do this problem when it's given in 5 feet, 10 inches, and then 10 feet. Well, if you want to make life easier, turn everything back into inches. And what we find is 5 feet, 10 inches is really 70 inches. 10-foot hoop is 120 inches. Now we have two nice round numbers. Let's make sure we know what we're being asked. If Sam is standing directly in front of Derek, how far apart are they? So we're being asked for the distance x right here. So what we're going to need to do is solve these two subtriangles. So let's do that. Triangle 1, we've got 50. And so like y plus 50. Oh, and by the way, the 50 comes in because the kids are 70 inches tall. The height of the hoop is 120. So the distance from the top of the head to the basketball hoop is 50 inches, the difference between the two. And what that does is it allows us to create a triangle because the line of sight, 43 degrees, starts at the top of the kid's head and goes to the basketball hoop. So we have to have that distance there in order to create the triangles. And again, we've got these two triangles. One is 43, and that has an adjacent side of y. And we have triangle 2, which is 29 degrees. That has a distance of, oh, I'm sorry, that's not distance x, that's distance z. But the height is still 50 inches. So we've got two triangles. They're each going to use the same trig function where we have tangent. See, if we have 43 degrees, the sides opposite and adjacent are the two that we're working with. So tangent 43 in this case is 50 over y. Again, that shortcut is swap places tangent in the denominator. 50 over that tangent. And I'll set the other one up too, just while we're at it. So z is 50 over tangent 29. So when we run the numbers 50 divided by tangent 43, what do we get? We get 53.62 inches, and then the other one is 50 over tangent 29. .20. So if we wanted to find x, see the way I drew this picture was z allows us to say, hey, the distance from the back person to the hoop with a 50-foot incline, that gives us z, and the first person gives us that distance y. If we wanted to find x, because that's a classic math question, find x. So in this case, x is really going to be the distance z minus the distance y. Well, when we plug those two numbers in, I'm going to show you the easiest way to do that is it's going to take that answer minus, and then I arrow up a few times to the 53, I hit enter, plugs it in. The distance is going to be 36.58. 36.58 inches. Box that in because that is that distance between them. How far apart are the boys? Whew. All right, that was a little long. 19. Let's do number 20. Honestly, you guys, 20 is going to be the exact same thing. We have the height of a lighthouse, and not bad, right? Got the light shining off. These amazingly complicated boats with one sail. I'm sure those would float. And anyways, we're going to have the same exact thing from 19 to 20. We're going to have a height. We have two angles of elevation. We're going to find the side z and x, no, and y, and we're going to solve for x because, again, it says how far apart are the two ships. Same exact math, just a different scenario. Because of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to set everything up and flash. Everything's going to be there, and I'll just walk you through the rest of it. Boom, right there, right? So there you have it. Here's our setup. Just like number 19, we've got tangent of 27 is equal to 156 opposite over y, the adjacent. So there it is. We run the numbers and we get 306. I forgot the foot mark there. All right. Next up, we have the 7-degree angle of elevation. So tangent of 7 degrees is still the opposite 156 over the adjacent z this time. When you rewrite that out and solve for z, 1270, and then you just simply take 1270 minus 306. With decimals approximated, your final answer is 964.35 feet. So again, just a rewrite of question 19 is 20. Now 21, 21 is going to be lengthy enough. I mean, here's this amazing picture. Abraham Lincoln, G-dubs, George Washington. Got a little bit of sideburn, but it's the best I could do in a short time. So I will actually make 21 the next video. So I'll pause that there and we'll start a new one.